a complicated plot, and instead of dragging it out for 10 episodes for a season, um, it's just episodic. You know what I mean? They still have
Oh
they
yeah.
still have a bit of a they still have a bit of a like they remember what happened. The episode before the episode before, but it's not. It
Hmm.
doesn't really affect. Yeah. Um,
Exactly.
yeah. One of the things that really like I noticed like really first like I noticed that they'll take the episodes that are I would say their best episodes, and they build other episodes around them. So like
Yes.
the first one was about a girl, I would say, and then from about a girl, like you got the one with the Mocklin sex stuff,
Hmm.
and everything, and then it also had uh, the Mocklin that liked women,
Yes. Lokar.
Lokar, and then like he like ends up dying and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and
he's
and
ostracized because in that society, for him to like females, that's a big
yeah,
no.
and so like Clyden has the thing about it has to do with that and stuff like that, and it upsets them. Like I noticed that like they're like I guess they're married, right? Like I know he says
Yes.
my
Yeah, his
partner
mate,
or
his
whatever, or
husband's
his
mate.
mate.
Yes.
I guess
Hmm.
that's marriage. Okay, yeah. So like it's like his husband is like a dick.
Yeah, because he was for the longest time. He was, and then there's a couple times when he sort
there,
of
there's a few
agreed to go.
there's a few times when you're like, okay, like good for him, like especially in Identity when all he's doing is just taking care of Topa,
Exactly.
in the shuttle bay, and just letting Bordis like do what he needs to do. um
Exactly. Exactly.
but when I saw him and like protecting Topa, like holding Topa and stuff like that, I was like, oh, like damn, like you remember they're a family unit, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And you can tell
Yeah.
he's sort of trying to work on reconciling where he's not trying to quote divorce him like he did to
Yes, like
externally.
he knows at this point like he's got no control over what's going on. He just hopes that his mate can help fix the problem. And
Exactly.
apparently in this timeline, um, well, he's able to get them to escape in the shuttle pod, but assumingly they don't escape, they get blown up or something.
Right.
Um,
Exactly. Because
yeah.
obviously Moklus got blown up. We don't know how soon after
Well,
they were sent there, but yeah, he got
yeah, Moklis got blown up, but I'm pretty sure like all the shuttle, not all, most of the shuttlecraft that escaped also.
yes, the escape pods. Yes, they probably
Yeah,
did. Yeah,
yeah.
but
So
yeah,
they probably blew them all up in Portopa and what's his name, Clyden were
Biden. Yes,
one
they
of
probably.
those.
And then obviously Havina and her sanctuary area, they probably got killed too.
Well, yeah, yeah. So I
But
mean,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like it's kind of tragic, but then like in the end, it restores everything. I,
Hmm.
I don't know about everything. There's got to be in my opinion, there's probably a couple of changes because it's not exact. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
So
Exactly.
I do notice the shuttle pods are different. That might be a change,
That
or it
might
could
be.
ju-
That
or it
might
could
be.
just be a redesign.
They might be because they might have purposely changed it because to show that this timeline's a little bit maybe that they don't have that beat up one that we just finished seeing. So
Right,
there's
right.
that. I don't know.
And I'm gonna be honest, that was probably like the only shuttlecraft of that they had, and they probably beat it up for the episode, and then
Yes,
afterwards it's like
they purposely
it's it,
changed it.
it's
Yeah.
instead of making another one like like or whatever like a fresher one, let's just redesign it. I think is what they
Yes,
did.
Yeah.
and I'm glad that they did. I'm glad they did. It's. I love the new look. I mean, the old looks,
the
yes, it's
the
classic,
new
but
look
oh
The new
man,
look reminds me. Okay, so like I have a hypothesis that this is a hybrid, a Union Krill design
Really. Hmm.
because
yes,
it has a Krill feel to it. The
it
design.
does. It does. It really does.
So yeah, I think that might be. And so like I'm assuming like maybe it's either like in this timeline, like that's what the shuttles look like, or like it's like 6 months, a year later after everything
Hmm.
before, and like the Krill and the Union have joined together to like share their technology, to like fight against the Kalon
Correct.
or something like
Yeah.
that. I'm pretty sure those shuttles are now armed.
Yes, I'm sure they have more than just the bare minimum of torpedoes or whatever they use.
Yeah, yeah. So
But yeah, that is the end of season 2, folks. We just wrapped up. But now we're going to move on to these comics. These are supposed to tie over until season 3.
Ooh.
So I'm going to share the screen with you guys in case you guys don't actually have actual copies.
Like me.
Yes, and others in the chat, like I said.
yeah, no, that works out. Yeah, it's me and her. We got this stuff.
You can tell who's the mega fans in the panel here.
What I
Yes.
love about the back of this book, it actually shows like character designs and stuff like that.
I do too. Yes, I love that too. David Cabeza
Yeah.
and them did some awesome work. But yep, the first one is called Launch Day. Okay. And let me close that. But yet, A. Goodman
Oh,
created
this is
these.
a flashback.
Yeah, the way it looks like it starts. Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
like it's gonna start as a flashback kind of thing.
Like yeah.
And we also get the shuttle in
Ed,
this one too. The
Ed looks
opening
really
page.
young.
Yeah, we know you're a mega fan, Chloe, but yeah, like I said, this is the shuttle again, the old style ones.
The shuttles look more like the ship, whereas the new ones look more like a Krill thing inspired. And there's more sharp edges.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so Launch Day Part 1.
It's more
20 years
sporty
ago, a science
This one.
vessel in Lahore in the orbit of the Alibar homeworld. Ed, this duty sucks. Gordon, regular shuttle maintenance is as important as any job on the ship. Keep telling yourself that. Gordon! Jeez. Gentlemen, is the shuttle ready? Yes, sir. We were just completing routine maintenance. Very good. Ooh, we got a green looking alien here.
That guy kind of looks like me, but with a different haircut.
Kinda.
This is what happens when you cross a Vulcan with an Andorian.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
Oh yeah, the green blood. Yes, I get it.
Or one of those ice Endorians.
True. Our pleasure, sir. You don't have to tell us routine shuttle maintenance is as important as any job on the ship. We know that already. Really, Gordon? Yes. Well, Malloy prepped the shuttle to take Yesel to the surface. Aye, aye, sir. I'm sorry to lose you, Yesel. I think that's how you say it because there's no vowels except for the I. Ugh, I don't know. Anyway.
Still, I don't know.
Still, I guess. But thank you, Captain. It's been an honor serving with you. So, yeah. This is Isil. It was a pleasure serving with you, Yesel. Yes, it was. Ensign, I'm Ed Mercer.
What the hell is up with Ed's haircut?
Oh, wow, the bangs. Jeez. I'm Ed Mercer. Ed, of course. Sorry. So, do you know why your homeworld has decided to leave the Union? You government's decision. That's all I know. Hopefully they'll realize it's a mistake, Ted. Ed.
Oh, and then now we're in the present.
My head to the normal.
Yep. How many ships did you say boarded? Wow, those bangs. Oh, Mercer.
Yeah, that's terrible. Anyways.
But I love the fact that they came up with young looking Ed here, though. I mean, yeah, this is
Sure, but like if they ever try to do that, like in real life, it wouldn't work.
no.
Like,
There's no.
yeah. If they actually like put him in like a hairstyle like that, no.
But yes, that is
It'd be
Ed.
funny.
Chloe, that is Ed. Young Ed, 20 years younger Ed. So obviously, Ed is obviously in his 40s. So yes.
Reminds me of the old haircuts I used to get at school when my mum couldn't afford to get
Right.
a hairdresser.
Yes.
Or the bowl haircut ones. Fortunately, I never had those. So yes.
Oh, there's a
8 krill
union here.
ships are crossing into Union space. Let's see them. Even when they're not shooting us, they look mean. Good point.
I mean, he was the one that like got captured and then like convinced them to help with the Kalon battle,
Right.
and then he got to like fight in one of their little shuttles.
Yeah, but wash your mouth out with Gordon.
Yeah. So like, yeah, like but he's still like intimidated by them.
Which I can't blame them. They are intimidated.
Sure.
And things were going so well. Let's not assume they've thrown out the treaty negotiations just yet. Gordon plot and intercept course, put them right in front of us. Ooh, they are right in front of them now. Oh no.
What is the meaning of this?
Yep. Captain Massa. Oh man, he's really pissed.
Oh, get out of our way.
Sorry, have we met? Sorry.
It was my ship that pursued you when you crossed into the krill space 12 months ago. You guys still upset about that?
It is of no concern. We are on a vital mission to the Albar system.
May I ask why? You're right, it isn't. But you need to cross Union space together. We owe you no explanation. Alabar is not a member of the Union. And some might consider that an act of war. We have no quarrel with the Union, at least not yet. Oh man.
Ooh.
At least
Yeah,
we have
just
no
wait till
quarrel
the-
with the Union. At least
Just wait.
not
Wait
yet.
till Elon's gone. It's business as usual.
Mm-hmm. But I love the bridges, the way they do so detail with this krill here.
The detail's good on the krill.
Best for all concerned, we keep it that way. Would you mind briefing us on your mission? Very well. Please adjust the lighting on your ship.
Right. So they're not there to fight. They're there to talk.
Yep. And that's why they're called the space vampires.
We have been monitoring this Albar system and detected this.
What is it?
It is a massive weapon. They have been okay.
Yeah, of course.
Go ahead.
Okay. It is a massive weapon. We have been constructing it for years. I guess I'll do the
I know it's a
Kalon stuff.
weapon.
What else could it be? It is pulling out large amounts of quantum interference to hide its purpose. Albar is less than 1 parsec from Krill homeworld. We must destroy it.
We haven't heard from the Alabar in 2 decades. Attacking them without warning is a little rash. And even if it is a weapon, you have no proof they intend to use it against you.
We cannot wait for proof. The proof may be the destruction of our homeworld.
Look!
Oh, you get mad.
Oh, he's getting mad, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's the end of this book preview. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it back up. Get the full version. Hang on.
Oh, okay. I'll be back. I gotta pee again.
That's fine.
I guess I'll do the Kalon.
That's fine. You did a good job. That's so good.
Look at what? I'm looking. What am I supposed to be looking at?
Okay, let me see if I can pull up the full version.
Look here, mister. This is my ship, and you do as I say. I'm the captain. I'm right and you're wrong. You're ugly and I'm pretty.
Oh, I remember that Matilda. Yes. I'm big, you're little. Nothing you can do about it. Yes. Let's see.
I'm surprised I hadn't seen that episode before. Was there a delay when it came out or something like that? Or
Really? That's surprising.
yeah.
Let me stop showing this for a sec and see what's going on. But yeah, I mean, for a finale, it was a lot happens in this finale.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because the last episode I saw was episode 13, where she wakes up and she doesn't answer the phone, and
Oh,
so I thought
okay.
the next season we'll
Gotcha.
get the after effects, and then that's why I saw the Kalon. I was like, so this is the after effects we're
Mm-hmm.
getting. But no, now I'm starting to think it's just like future in the episode. Yeah, future on Kalons have moved.
Right.
They've made alliances, increase the technology.
Mm-hmm.
6 years later, when you're
Yeah, I mean, like I said, these are the repercussions that she has to deal with because she chose to say no to a second date.
Have any of you seen the stuff for Strange New Worlds?
No.
I have seen some of it. I am not impressed with it. I'm honestly like the
What have they
dialogue,
done to
the
poor
dialogue,
Scott?
and yeah,
Oh,
the the aesthetic
Mm,
is all wrong.
Yeah.
And the thing is this: they don't want to go back to that old aesthetic because they think it looks old and cheesy. The thing is that
Ugh.
nobody would care. Nobody cares that it's old and cheesy.
Right.
I mean, it's respect
that-
for a canon that's been around for 50
Mhm.
years. That's what it is. But whatever.
that-
Anyways,
that's why people love Star Trek Continues, because they love the old classic look,
right, and they do
if you
that.
want to say you go for
Mhm.
TNG.
Yeah. And TNG is like 70 years later or something like that. So I understand that like the technology improves and then like
Sure.
stuff like that. It's just the way they do it now. It's they used to do it so smartly, so intelligently, and now it's not
Mm-hmm.
as
Now-
intelligent, and it
You
breaks
have
my
to have
heart.
all the latest gadgets. Everything has to look cool and flashy.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, yeah. So it's like, when they first did Discovery, it was like they were putting holograms everywhere, and it was like, why are you doing the holograms? Like, the holograms don't exist until the TNG era. So it's like,
Right.
yeah, even Enterprise freaking knew that. As much as you can fault Enterprise, at least they did their best to follow like the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now that era is over, and now we have this new era of um, Trek that I don't really give a shit about no more.
Yeah.
With poor balding Ahura.
I could
It's
I could
supposed to
sit
be cute.
I could
Yes,
I
so
could
it
sit
is.
there and watch. I could sit there and watch Patrick Stewart playing Jean-Luc Picard actually die and not give a shit. Anyways,
Mhm. Alrighty. There we go. Get back up. Okay. Alright. You can't charge across our territory to attack a peaceful society, even if they aren't a member of the Union.
I have my orders.
Our governments are finally talking. Let's not put that in jeopardy.
Next one, just give me some time to investigate.
Yeah. You're on the krill. He says ridiculous.
Yeah. So, give me some time to investigate.
Oh,
Ridiculous. Why should we agree to that?
Because you might be wrong.
I will take it up with my government.
Tala, raise Admiral Oswald at Fleet Headquarters. We've been in touch with the Krill government. They've agreed to allow you 2 days to investigate. 2 days? They didn't give us a lot of time. Well, the fact that is, we didn't want to be more than that either. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Only 2 days? Call Mercer? We analyzed
there's a reason.
We analyzed their data. Whatever the structure is, its energy output has been steadily increasing. It may pose a threat to us. But Alibar was such a peaceful world. The operative word there is was. We don't know what has happened in the last 20 years. We don't even know why they left the Union. So your orders are to investigate, determine this object's function, and if it is a weapon. You have permission to assist in the Krill and its destruction. A preemptive strike? The Union has never started a war. We have never had to, but all our attempts to contact Alibar government have gone unanswered. We don't know the nature of this, but your orders are to protect the Union from an attack. Oswald out. Ooh.
Okay.
So she hung up before he could even, do that thing. That's an order.
Yeah, because last time, yeah.
Exactly. So we're teaming up with the Krill? Only if we find out it's a weapon, but yes. If it is a weapon, then attack is necessary. We don't know what it is yet. Isaac, give us everything you have on Alibar. There's these. The Alibar were members of the Union until 20.7 years ago. They were a democratically ruled society on a technological scale equivalent to Earth.
Oh, it's the Ace Elves. Maybe he's going to see his old friend again.
Yep. Upon removing themselves from the Union, they have forbidden outsiders into their system. And Admiral Oswald said that the Admiralty doesn't even know why they withdrew their Union membership. Affirmative. The Alibar government refused to state a reason. Ooh. It was the decision of the newly elected leader is all they said. Hey, Ed, remember that guy on the bow herb? What was his name? Yissel. Yeah. We had to take him home when they withdrew from the Union. You've been to Alibar? I didn't leave the bow herb, but Gordon did. Ooh. It was a long time ago. I really don't remember much. Shut up. You're going. If they don't. Wow. If they don't like outsiders, it's not going to be easy to investigate. We're probably going to need Claire's help. Oh,
they're changing their appearance.
There are significant differences in the Albarian biology. This disguise won't fool a scanner. Well, we'll just have to count on the fact that they don't let visitors. They're not also expecting them. Oh ho! And their style of dress is very different. And they have white hair now. Well, silver, maybe white. I don't know, but either way, interesting.
Albinos. This is what happens when you cross Ice Giant with a Dark Elf.
Kelly looks kind of hot as a bluish, greenish thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they've got kind of like fishy or like gills or lizards or something. What's that?
Should
The sound of water.
Should I make an I'm green with envy joke? I don't have one, but I can pitch on it. Knock yourself out. It's not easy being green.
Why so blue?
Borders, you're in command. 2 days is not a lot of time. I will ensure that the Krill do not attack before them. Well, they do outnumber you by a lot. So probably want to do your best not to start an argument. I will take that suggestion. Good luck. The Union vessel has launched its shuttle. And the Krill are back.
Yeah, okay. And they have activated their invisibility screen. Invisibility screen. That's what they call it, cloak? Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
Very well. Coordinate with the other ships and attack. Very well. Coordinate with the ships and attack plan to destroy the Orville. If they decide to stand in our way, I want them eliminated as quickly as possible.
Oh.
Ba, ba, ba.
Yes.
Up and we can see the shuttle somewhat shadow.
They do the Wonder Woman thing. I love it.
So much
Yes.
violence.
Gordon, do you remember where you dropped Yissel off? Yeah, it was the capital city. Okay, that's as good a place as any. Take us to the outskirts. Are you expecting to find him? I don't know how we could, but at least it increases our odds. Captain, the construct, whatever it is situated on the far side of their sun. Can't get a good read on it. After you drop us off, get as close as possible and stay in regular contact. Ooh.
Bring us back a souvenir.
So Gordon, bring us back a souvenir.
Oh, look, that looks like the stratosphere from Las Vegas.
Yes, it does. It does,
Yeah.
especially when you're at the airport. Yes, it does.
Yeah,
look like
that looks the stratosphere. Anyways, keep going.
Did we forget to come up with names again? Oh, crap. Ed! Come on, Ed.
So, like, on the fly, they got to come up with names.
Oh, man. Now they're going to be doing that on their walk. Father, what is the ship doing here? The Krill are on a mission to destroy something they consider a threat. Is it a threat? We do not know. That is what we are trying to find out. Oh, it's Topa, sweet little Topa.
It's Topa. And then Clyden being a dick.
It is a foolish mission. Why do you say that? If we had not stopped them and the weapon is a threat, the Krill will have relieved us of it. Jeez, Clyden at the dinner table of all places to have these kind of conversations. Jeez.
I know, like, chill.
Starting to wonder, what did they ever see in him?
I don't know. I don't know. And if it's not a threat, then a planet we know nothing about would have been attacked by the Krill. They may be innocent. No one is innocent, and you and your captain risk the lives and your family of protecting a race we know nothing about. A planet that isn't even a member of the Union. Do we not want to teach our son that it is important to be part of something larger in ourselves, working for a greater good? I did not choose to work for this greater good. I just hope your captain has not gotten into another one of his messes. You exaggerate. The captain has never let us down. That is something we also disagree. Jeez! Hide it!
I know, Clyde, chill. Chill, Clyde.
I know he's always saying your captain. He doesn't say captain. He just says your captain.
He's just not happy on the Orville.
He's not. He's not. You're like, dude.
Even after everything that's happened, like, yeah, he's not happy on the Orville at all.
Mm-mm. This place doesn't look like the pictures. Yeah. I wonder what happened. It looks like things have gone downhill since they left the Union. You two, are you lost? No, we're just new to town. Visitors need to register. Oh, of course. Yeah, that's where we were headed to go register. Just one question. Where do we go to register? There's a registration office down that street. Ooh. They don't like visitors, even ones from their own planet. Ooh.
Yikes.
Mm.
xenophobic.
This crosswalk is so weird because I have never seen a crosswalk where it's like almost perfectly rectangular like this ever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I mean, they are. It is a different world, so they have their different ways. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad we see differences.
Mm.
It's hard to imagine how society could be evolved this far, this fast. It's time we got answers. Also, lunch. And oh
Little
man,
guy.
He doesn't. He doesn't even know what he's getting into. Like what is he gonna eat? Like he doesn't know what he's about to eat.
Exactly. Like, come on, Ed. Oh man. There you are. So, did you cook this yourself? Of course I did. How else does food get made? Oh,
Right.
oh, and watch it, dude.
Yeah. But then he asks, "You don't have synthesizers?" It's like, okay, like yeah, he's
Exactly. You don't have food synthesizer? Haven't seen one of those in years. Maybe the rich still got them. After launch day, maybe we'll get one of those again. Sure, launch day. That's going to fix everything. You just wait. Finally get this world back to the way it should be. Oh, sure. Yeah, launch day. When is that again? What do you mean? It's tomorrow. You don't know when launch day is? Uh-oh.
yeah, that's
And
suspicious.
blowing your cover, guys.
Ooh. Kelly.
Well, they
Of course, I know launch day. Launch day. It's the day we launch
yeah,
something.
like eradication day. That's the day we eradicate.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we knew. Sure. I was just joking.
And then
Well,
okay,
it
like
can't come soon enough for
just
me.
remind me,
Otherwise,
why
I
did
might
we
have to
launch
shut this
again?
place down. Really? Why? People who can afford to eat out don't eat here. Afford? You're still using money? What is that? Another joke? And since we're talking about it, that would be 50 drachmas. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, run,
Oh,
run!
you
You ain't got no
guys
drachmas.
wanted money.
They just run away. They just doorbell ditch these guys. Or
Police, stop them. This is not going well. You had to have lunch.
right. Yeah, that wasn't a smart move. You should have at least had money. And
Right? You should have synthesized some money before you left. Oh, man. John, this is insane. The closer we get to that thing there, the harder it is to pilot. Navigation's a mess, too. It's making me think the crew are right. What do you mean? Well, that much interference is going to play havoc with weapon guidance system. And if we can't aim our weapons, we're toast. Space toast. Boom.
space toast, coast to coast.
Boom. And I love the way he goes boom. And that looks so much like Jay Lee right there. That looks so much like it right there.
The way they make them look like their actual likeness is
Yes.
actually it's very well done. Yeah. Kudos to the artists.
Yes, David Cabeza is awesome with this. I will say that.
Hmm.
Any sign of the police? Doesn't look like it. Take a look at this. Oh, they're hiding in an alley now.
careful, I hear the Wayne's got killed there.
According to our history of Alibar, they don't use money for over a century. Just like Earth. Once there were synthesizers, you didn't need it. But now it's back. Uh-oh. How does society take such a giant leap backward? Attention, citizens! Is he talking to us? Uh-oh. Launch day is upon us. Our engineers and scientists have spent decades on this project, and it has finally come to fruition.
When I was elected 20 years ago, it was with a promise for a better life for all the people of our world, and we knew what stood in our way.
Outsiders.
The aliens out in the galaxy who had infiltrated our world, they are still among us, still undermining our success, our happiness, but no longer. For tomorrow is launch day, and when tomorrow comes, the outsiders will no longer be a threat to the people of Alabar. Rejoice, my friends! Tomorrow your problems end!
It doesn't sound like he's kidding. So whatever that thing in space is, it launches tomorrow.
Launch the missile!
We need more information, and we're not going to get it hiding in the alleys. What about your old shipmate? Remember the cop? He told us to register. If Yissel still lives there, then maybe he's registered. Good idea. Lloyd and Mercer, we're approaching the thing.
Uh-oh.
What thing?
What does it look like? Well, it's hard to say for sure. It kind of looks like a weapon. Uh-oh.
That looks like an eyeball, actually.
Yeah. I see a little satellite down here, too. Oh.
Yeah, something like, yeah.
That is no moon.
That's no moon. Yeah.
That's no moon. That's it's gonna kill us.
That's not a knife. This is a knife. That's no moon. This is a knife. Okay, this is me like mixing metaphors.
Yep. Okay, so that is the end of that part. Okay, so we are needing part 2. And I love the way Bortus is square with this krill in the cover. That is so detailed, too. That is so detailed. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I love the color contrast between the blue.
Yes.
The two different aliens.
It's so well done. It is. I mean, yeah. They really, really awesome. Yep. Oh, you're thinking of the Death Star, Chloe. I think so. She says, reminds me of that moon from Star Wars. No idea what that actually is. It's the Death Star, basically.
It probably is. Say they are cutting a lot of stuff in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of references between the two franchises. Okay. But yeah. Like I said, this is the second part. Launch Day Part 2.
The Muffins and the Crows, you see them side to side, they look very similar. Just one is more bumpy and the other is more.
That's true. And they're both warrior types in some ways. With the alpha males. I mean, I'm not saying the females aren't.
Makes you wonder. Makes you wonder if the Orville universe has like a divine deity that created all life, kind of like the Star Trek universe did.
Well, you're welcome, Chloe. Glad to explain it for you. So yeah. So this is part 2. And like I said, I love the way that we see the little krill shells in the corner here. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 of them. Oh boy.
8 to 1. That's not good odds.
So yeah, like I said, we got krill, we got mocklins. Oh dear.
It's hard for the Orville to beat one ship, let alone 8.
Yep. One ship among millions, so to speak.
I feel like this comic is going to explain why there is a new ship design or shuttle design.
I think in some ways.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen it. I haven't read this. This is the first time.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it, but I won't spoil it. I need to reread it to remember.
It kind
Too
of
much
reminds me of the
interference.
Taylor strips. You know how they're right, and you know, so it's kind of similar design.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Too much interference, even this close. Wow. That shit looks so, their shuttle looks so tiny compared to this weapon thing. It's impossible to get a reading on what's on the inside. What else do you need? We need to know. It's a big, dangerous ball. We have to be sure it's a weapon. Ooh. So you've got to try to find some way on board. Ed, there could be 1,000 troops inside, and we don't have blue skin. Gordon, I'm pretty sure that's Gordon saying that.
That sounds like a Gordon quote.
I know it's not easy, but we're trying to prevent the crew from obliterating this planet. Get me as much information as you can. Mercer, right. What do we do? Find a door. Well, he's not wrong.
I mean, I'd find a door too. Yeah, sounds smart.
I mean, there must be an airlock or something.
Yep.
Oh, there's a party.
Says looks like the party's getting started. Translator said this is the registration office. Excuse me, we're closing soon. It's launch day. We're just trying to find someone. What's the name? Yissel. Yissel what? I don't have another name. Well, at least you narrowed it down to 3 million people named Yissel. Goodbye. Oh man. 3 million. Oh man. Yikes. Wait. He was a member of the Planetary Union fleet 20 years ago. Ah, good call, Kelly. Good call.
Okay. Yeah, and of course, Ed says good call in the next panels.
I'm sure you keep track of anyone who was ever off the planet, right? Of course we do. I'll check the files. Good call. Figured they're so paranoid about outsiders, they had to keep track of that. Now we just have to find this address. Back to Gordon and Lamar. Looks like a maintenance hatch. Question is, what happens if we try to dock? They got to detect us then. I'm not detecting any sensor arrays nearby, but even so, I got an idea.
Mm.
That thing's putting out so much quantum interference. If we match our quantum engine's output to their frequency, they shouldn't be able to detect us. Shouldn't or won't. Stand by the dock. You didn't answer my question. Oh.
But then it works.
Yep, we're docked.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Answer your question. We haven't opened the door yet. Manual log looks pretty straightforward. Ready? No. And he's getting ready to turn the switch from whoosh. Like I thought, maintenance tunnel. Wonder if anyone's home. Lucy.
I would have some like ominous music.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I would have ominous music going as Gordon says that, and then switch to the next thing.
Yes. And here's another home, but it's not the same one. Wonder if anyone's home. Who's there? Looks like it. What do you want? We're looking for Yissel. He's dead. What did you want with him? Oh, foot in the mouth situation here. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Were you his mother? Yes, so whatever it is you wanted from him, I didn't want anything from him. I'm an old friend. Yissel didn't have any friends. Oh no. Oh
Is that
man.
the first change?
That's what happens when you go and off planet. You get treated as an outsider.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, we were old friends from around the time he was in the Union fleet. Don't bring that up. Okay, but do you mind if we ask you a few questions? It's launch day. Don't you have some place to be besides bothering an old woman about her dead son? No. Fine, come in. Whoa!
Yeah.
Commander, I'm detecting new readings. The krill ships have activated their quantum drive. Lieutenant Chiali, raise them. You're on, sir. Oh, krill are back.
Yep.
Captain Kraytok, why are you powering up your engines?
I have decided I've waited long enough.
That is not your decision to make.
And who is going to stop me from making them?
Me?
You are one ship. You will not be able to stop my fleet.
That is correct. We will not be able to stop your fleet, but we will cause significant damage to your ship before we are destroyed.
So some of our ships will receive damage.
Not some ships, your ship.
Lieutenant, please give the commander a status report. All the Orville's weapons are locked in on the Commander Kraytok ship, specifically the ship's bridge.
I will consider a slight delay. Kraytok out.
Nice job, Commander. You as well, Lieutenant. Nice one. Borges, you bluffed them.
Good job, Bordes.
You want me to lock all our weapons on his ship now in case he decides not to delay?
That would be advisable. I hope the captain and the others will make some progress soon.
We have made no progress at all. Oh!
That's Gordon for you.
Is this whole thing maintenance tunnels? Shouldn't we be climbing out of an air vent into someone's quarters and walking up a half-naked food? Oh, man.
Yeah. That's his fantasies.
I'm not reading any vents. Then what's that right above your head, Lamar?
There's literally a vent above each of their heads. Yeah, okay.
Look up!
Yeah. Well, I don't think they'd be able to fit in those, so they're quite it's a bit small.
God, that's so funny.
But I am detecting the source of the quantum interference. Maybe we go to it and we can find out what it's hiding. I hope it's hiding in the kitchen. I'm starving. Oh no!
Of course, Gordon, with his Gordon humor.
I
So
hope they
you
have
knew
Twinkies.
Yisro when he left the Union fleet?
Twinkies?
Yes. Yes, I remember he didn't want to resign. That was an understatement. He hated Pret. Got him into a lot of trouble. Oh, okay. So apparently, I guess Pret was one of the leaders. Ah,
I wonder if he died naturally or was he killed?
I think we find out. I think if I remember correctly, I won't spoil it though. But yeah, I think yeah. Pret, you've never heard of the leader of our planet for the last 20 years? Oh, that Pret.
Ah, Pratt.
Uh-oh. How did Yisel die? He stopped taking care of himself. Always wanted to live Alabar again, but that wasn't an option. I don't know if he got bitter because he got sick or got sick because he was bitter. In any case, medicine wasn't what he used to be, and he died. It's such a shame.
Oh dear.
Ooh. So now we know what happened to Gissel. Poor guy. It's a shame he couldn't keep himself alive for launch day when all our problems will be solved. Yeah, that is the shame of it. He just couldn't accept the fact that the invaders were killing us. The invaders he helped bring into our world by being part of that union. And launch day will take care of that, right? Well, they wouldn't have put all our money into the quantum shifter if it wasn't going to work, right? Right, of course. I'll get us some refreshments. I'll be right back. Uh-oh.
Get out while you still can. They're on to you.
This all sounds like a familiar pattern, blaming the outside world for the ills of society. Right. Have you ever heard of the quantum shifter and the government using that fear to justify some kind of military expenditure? No, but maybe John has. Mercer de Lamar. Any update? Well, we found the engine core. Oh. Ooh. It's the biggest quantum reactor I've ever seen. Is the cause of all the interference. But I don't understand. You couldn't have to build something this big just to hide something else. I don't think it's hiding anything. What do you mean? I think it's a side effect of its function. This whole station is one giant quantum engine, and it just naturally puts out that much interference. That would explain why we haven't found any quarters or anything indicating a crew. But what's it for? Wait a second. John, is that engine big enough to shift this whole solar system into another quantum plane of existence? Theoretically, but why would you want to do that? The leaders, they came to power 20 years ago. They stoked fear and paranoia among the people to keep themselves in power. They could isolate society and blame outsiders for the fact that their government doesn't care for them. That's why they withdrew from the Union. Ooh. And they're about to take isolationism to a ridiculous length and build a wall around their whole solar system. Captain, there's just been a spike in power. Looks like this thing is doing what it's supposed to do. Uh-oh. You guys need to get out of there and fast.
Run, bitch, run.
Yep. It's about to do it. I estimate 2 hours. Gordon, John, get out of there and come pick us up on our way. What are you going? Oh, we're going to a party for launch day. I don't think so.
I knew it. He's onto them.
Oh.
Yes.
We'll need to see your identification. I left it in my other pants. Me too. Uh-oh.
Oh, damn.
Invaders, you're going away forever. Yeah, ladies, so are you. Quiet. Commander Borders, I have new readings. The quantum interference has increased 27%, and the Krill ships are moving toward us. Lieutenant Kiali, raise Kratok. Uh-oh.
We must protect our people. So if you stand in our way, you can take me with you. But my fleet is proceeding.
With your permission, we will join you. We also have people to protect, and the readings indicate action is necessary.
Very well, then. Stand with us. And may Avis guide our way.
I love this shot.
He's not
Oh
even-
my god.
Good shot.
Mm-hmm.
The great moment is upon us. In less than an hour, we will be living in our own universe.
Oh man. Oof.
In less than an hour, all threats to our people will be gone. In less than an hour, we will finally be able to live as we were meant to live.
So I guess we have less than an hour to get out of here. Sounds like it. You're not going anytime soon. Who are you?
Inspector Baglash. And who are you?
I'm sure you're about to tell us.
Yes. This is Union equipment. You're invaders from the Union. There's no point in denying it.
We knew we couldn't keep it a secret. Should we tell him the rest? You go ahead.
That way, if it doesn't work, then well, I can still deny it.
There's been a change in government at the Union. We're taking over. Why? We can't stand your way of life.
Well, you're too late. We'll be out of reach in a few minutes.
You wouldn't have been if we hadn't sabotaged the quantum shifter.
I don't believe you.
We don't care if you don't believe us. And when the quantum shifter lays a huge galactic fart, I'm going to enjoy telling Leader Prince that you knew ahead of time and did nothing about it. Oh, Ed.
Get them out.
No
Now,
wonder he's like,
for
get him out because he just laid a fart.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Where are you taking us? To our government building. Can we just stop for a second? Why? With all these people on the street, I want to make sure my helmsman has a clear. What?
Pew pew pew.
Com scanners led us right to you, but glad you came outside. We were just about to storm this. Really? No. Let's get out of here. John, try to raise the Orville. Shouldn't be too hard, Captain. They're pretty close by. Bordis, get us on board. We've got to get us out of here. The Krill fleet is moving to attack the weapon. It's not a weapon. Patch me through the Cray talk. It's a quantum shifter. It's going to remove this whole solar system from our galaxy.
You expect me to believe such fairy tales?
I'm telling you, it's the truth.
And I'm telling you, whatever it is, my ships and I are going to destroy it.
Bordis, take us out of the system, maximum speed.
Orville
We're
sounds.
We're docked, sir. You can withdraw like a coward. Goodbye, Captain. Ooh. The quantum
Oh yeah,
shifter.
that was.
Yes.
I missed that one. Sorry.
That's okay. The quantum shifter has activated. Put it on the screen. Ooh. Oh! Ooh. They did it. They built a wall around their whole world. Yeah, and they're about to find out it won't solve any of their old problems. Plus, they got a whole new one.
Commander, the device is destroyed. It was clearly built to use. It was clearly built to use just once. And where are we? Except for Alvar, there are no other stars. Perhaps the Union captain was telling the truth. If that is the case, if that is the case, if this is a different reality and this is the only planet, then we know what Akana says. Invade and conquer!
Ooh. And that is the end of part 2, everyone.
So much for
Yes.
getting away from everyone.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So another pause, another bathroom break. I'll be back.
Yep. So the next one is going to be Heroes.
I need a hero. A hero tonight.
Let's see, where is my... Oh, there's my Heroes part 1. I love this detail on Tala. Oh my goodness. But yeah, these are really, really good episodes. I said they're really good of these comics. Let me go down a teensy bit. But we're going to see more about, these new little creatures. It's so well done. I know, Chloe. It's awesome the way they did her. It's so well done. I mean, David Cabeza really does an awesome job with these characters. I am so impressed with it. And David Goodman, who writes these, it sounds like these characters. So, yeah.
So how much do these comics cost? Do they cost much?
Let's see. For one of them, it's about $4, and for a large one like this one is about maybe $20.
Ooh.
It's got
It's
4
well worth
comics.
it though. Good details.
Oh yeah, it's well worth it. I mean, they got digital versions and they have the actual copies. I highly recommend these. I mean, yeah. I mean, I gave Jack his copies. He bought the first one himself, and all the others his girlfriend gave them to him. So yeah, I admit I gave them to him, but I wanted him to have them that way he can read them. And yeah, because like I said, they're so well done. These are well done.
Speaking of Jack, Jack is back.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Yes, sirree, Bob.
He is.
So what did you think about that comic? I know, like, you just probably talked about it.
I just explained how that they're really well detailed and they're fairly inexpensive. They're well worth doing.
Oh yeah, I mean they're comics.
And like I said, it's definitely with the krill. You can tell. Yes.
Yeah.
I
How do you like my krill voices?
I love your krill
yeah,
voices.
they're good.
Okay, they work. Okay, good.
It was perfect. Thank you. Awesome.
Yay.
Okay.
If
So
there's any more krill in this, I'll continue.
don't think so.
No, but there's little space goblin looking things.
Well, maybe I can be the space goblins.
Sure.
Oh, I see the guy. Oh yeah. You
Okay.
up there? Okay, we're done. I'm the space goblin. Okay, we're good.
That's fine. Fourth planet circling the sun designated HR 5070 5 years ago. The general stood over the little girl and said, "You will get what you deserve." As the general brought his sword up, a voice came up from above and said, What she deserves is an apology. The general and the little girl looked up. Standing on top of the building stood Zeandia, hero of the Okudum.
Mm,
Ooh, she reminds me of Zorro.
yeah.
Oh, Kunum, that kind of reminds me of like a ninja thing.
Yes, she looks like a
She
ninja
looks,
too.
she looks
And
like
she
a
does look
ninja.
like a ninja. Yeah, you're right. This might be an ancient Earth tale. No, no, not Earth tale. Ancient tale to Salayans that are, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. But it's
And
on
she's,
this right here. This
I could see that. I could see that. What Talia is telling this to a younger
yes, she is.
Salayan.
Tala's telling it to the girl. Yes.
Yeah.
It's such an exciting story. I wish I could see it. You have to go. I'm sorry. Mother, get her to stay. She's got to hear how Zeandia was a farm girl like me who stood up to free our people. Aki, Tala already knows. Every Akudum knows the story of Zeandia. Thank you so much for your hospitality for a lonely traveler. Please come back again soon. Yes, please. I'll try.
Hey, it's the Ripley looking lassie.
We were so lucky to have you on board, Ensign. Oh, so this is one of Alara's early assignments.
This is the Wilson. Yeah.
Did you discover why they're physically so similar to Zileans? No, sir. There are no apparent similarities to Zilea culturally, and that's no trace of the increased strength that would come from being born on our home world. There have been theories that suggest Zilea was big in its prehistory, and our race was seeded on other worlds. That probably answers the next question about the Dysonium deposit. The Akudum have a very peaceful, idyllic society. Mining Dysonium would be very disruptive. You seem quite taken with the place. Well, I would just hate to see something so beautiful destroyed. Aw.
Ooh, foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm. Well, Ensign, good work. And you're now the only living expert on the Okudum. That's right. Any ship that comes back here is going to need you to tell them what's what. So, Tala, given what you've told us, what do you think is going on here? So this is 5 years later. We got a 5-year jump again.
Right. And I noticed that these comics don't have the upgrades yet going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was
Yeah.
before all of that was done.
Okay.
I think that won't happen till later on.
Right.
I have no idea, sir. The natives had no advanced technology. It's inconceivable that in 5 years they'd be able to develop a quantum reactor. Isaac, what have you got? It would appear to be a spaceship of some kind, but it's not a configuration I'm familiar with. Well, we should investigate. I'll point out, Captain, that when Captain Mosley sent me down, I went alone because of my physical similarity to the natives. You were preventing exposure to advanced technology. They got a quantum reactor down there now. Still, we can cover our heads. Kelly, you have the bridge. Have Dr. Finn and Lamar meet us in the main shuttle bay. Aye, sir. Ooh. Oh, that's a cool view right there.
Yes.
Well, we'll have to a low-level flyby first. See what we're dealing with. Aye, sir. Activating cloak.
The cloak of invisibility.
They have cloaked.
Yep. How long were you on the planet, Tala? A few days. It was lovely. They live off the land, treat each other with respect. It showed me that you don't need technology to create a paradise. Maybe, but one thing you can be sure of, Technology can do a good job of screwing one up. Uh-oh.
Once again, I really love the Wonder
Foreshadowing.
Woman layout of
Yes.
the foreshadowing too, but the Wonder Woman layout of the ship,
Yeah.
invisible.
Yes. That's an
Yeah,
awesome look of that ship. Oh my goodness.
it's like
Yes.
like you remember that, like when it was like the Wonder Woman, it was just the outline. They would just show the outline, but
Hmm.
everything would be like see through, and that's exactly what they did. Yeah, this is a good job.
Yes. And
Not bad.
I love the way that, because it's like it's invisible, but it's like you see it still without being
Yeah. Yeah,
apparent.
and this is a creative way to do it without like special effects and CG.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on? Some sort of mining operation. Claire, check the database. See what we have on that species. Database says they're not members of the Union. Uh-oh. These things look like warriors. We need more information, John. I will get closer to that ship. Tala, take Dr. Finn and see if you can find those people you stayed with. Aye, sir. Okay, and now we got the little aliens.
It starts with someone.
Pulling the water from a well.
You can get it from this well as yourself.
You skipped a line, darling.
Yeah, I did. Hey, or no. Hey, what about a sip from that? You can get it from the well yourself. We don't want it from that well. It tastes better from the bucket. You are. So, are you going to give it a taste?
You heard her. There's plenty of water in the well. You need me to show you?
No.
Tala, I can't believe it's you. I barely recognized you. Aki, you're so grown up. I'm glad you're here. This is my friend, Claire. Can we talk to you and your parents? Yes, come. We shouldn't be outside too long. This is probably as close as we should get. That's definitely Dysonium in that wheelbarrow. They don't have got a ton of machinery for digging it out. Slave labor saves on the wear and tear of your equipment, especially when your labor is disposable. Working with Dysonium ore with your hands is going to make you real sick real fast. They came about a year ago and said we had to work in their mine. Our leaders stood up to them and were killed. How long have you been sick? I'm not sick. I just need some rest. They have said they will leave when they are finished mining the ore. Ooh.
They'll never finish. Yeah.
What? Well, it's just that it could take a long time. We think there's a lot of it. It's a long story. You should leave. If Illis finds you, he'll put you to work too. Illis? The foreman. He's a bitcher.
Yo, up there!
Uh-oh!
Get after them!
Time to go. Yup. Oh, they're fast.
Oh,
We may not
yeah.
run them. I'm on it, right on the other side of that big rock.
Running.
Running. And they're looking around. Like, where'd they go? We'll be back as soon as we can. Here, I wanted to give you something. You're sure you give it to me? It's for kids. I don't need it anymore. We should go. Aww. Oh, there we go. Back to these guys.
I'm not interested in your excuses. Foreman, please, just look. The footprints end. What does it mean? It means we have meddlers.
Ed, I understand the situation, but there's nothing we can do. The NASA are not in the Union, and they are notoriously uninterested in what we think. Ooh. But, sir, they've all but enslaved the Okutum. Yes, but if you interfere with their operation, they could very easily see it as active war. And the Union doesn't need any more enemies right now. Exactly. We can't just abandon these people. Admiral, I'd like your permission to go with the NASA homeworld and see if we can open talks. Request denied. You need to get to the outpost to the Rochelle before sandstorm season begins. I'll pursue the diplomatic route from here on out. Carry out. Well, I guess that's that. We're not going to do anything.
Nope.
We have our orders. We have violated orders before, Captain. Tala, that's enough. Sir, maybe if we confer the not. Yeah, these guys may not even have their government's permission to be there. We convince them to leave, and then what? They just come back when we're gone? We can't just give up. Sometimes there's no solution. We can't always be heroes. Bullshit!
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Oh!
Now with the new trick cussing. Come on.
We're gonna need a new table.
Very true.
Oh, Tala. She's mad. She's really mad.
Yeah.
Tala, we wanted to make sure you were all right. Thanks, I appreciate it. What's that? It's a book from my friend Aki gave me. Ziandia is a folk hero of the Okutum. She helped free them from a military dictatorship. Too bad she's not real. They can use her out now.
Ding!
Beep! Come in. Lieutenant, Captain, I wanted to apologize for my behavior. It was uncalled for. Forget it. Water under the bridge. I really wish there was more we could do, too. With your permission, I was going to take a few days off. Leave? I can use a little time off. That's a great idea. Thanks. Also, Dr. Finn and Commander Lamar are coming with me.
Uh-oh. I don't think it's actually leave, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. I see. I feel like I want to ask questions, but also don't want to ask any questions. Probably wise, sir.
Right. Let me know when you're ready for my performance.
All righty. All you.
That's up! He's late for his shift.
He needs rest.
He can rest when he's dead.
You'll kill him.
Don't touch me.
Ah!
You deserve more than that.
I agree. She at least deserves an apology.
Shh. Yeah, okay.
India in the flesh.
And then Heroes Part. Yeah, that leads to Heroes Part 2. Everyone's thought. I don't have to pee this time. Everyone's thoughts.
That wow. But yeah, it's definitely wow.
Definitely going with Orville. Yeah, it's good.
Right, and this is the stuff that's happening between the second and third season, and so this will inform us when we start watching the third season. This will inform us of what has happened ever since.
Exactly.
I'm looking forward to that.
Everything.
Definitely. So yes, I love the way they do these. I mean, they're superb. Every single time they get better and better. Here it is. I said, where's my other comic? But I knew I had it. Okay, there it is. Here's part 2. But yeah, like I said, these are really, really well done the way they do these. I mean, yeah. And we get these favorite little imps and troll kind of things.
Right.
I mean, I remember first seeing the cover of this, and I didn't realize that I was Tala at first. But yeah, the way they did it, wow.
Okay.
Okay. Scrolling down. Okay. They're going to shoot at you. Ooh, yeah, they are shooting at her. Ooh.
And that's where they start, where it's just like they are shooting at her.
27 hours ago, which is why I made this out of Mocklin body armor with some added reinforcement. Their weapons aren't as powerful as ours, so you'll probably take a few shots, no problem. But this thing I'm really proud of is the sword made from a piece of whole plated. Whoa!
Ooh,
Interesting.
Can cut through almost anything. Ooh! Nice job, Lamar. Do you have any experience with a sword? A little, but I can improvise. Oh!
So that's no.
Okay. Give me a second to let it load. But yeah, like I said. I guess while that's loading, we can keep on going though. I am Ziandia, the protector of people. Tell as ill as I said to get off our world. Go! Are you really? I am really a friend. Take care of your father. I don't remember that Ziandia could fly, or even that she was real. Oh, she's real, and I know who she is. No broken bones. Okay, for some reason I didn't want to do that anyway. We'll keep going. Okay, here it is. Yeah. Whether it's that, okay. Sorry, I don't know why it's not doing that, but anyway. Looks like the armor did its job. The question is, did they buy it? Even if they didn't notice, they'll be coming after me, which is what we want. And we're back to the aliens again.
She did what? She sliced our wrestling with her sword. And you needed weapons to defeat one woman? She was unusually strong. She needed me. She threw me with one hand several meters. We cannot leave this attack unanswered. We will need what we all. Oh, I'm sorry. All we need is for the Okundum to think that they can fight back. Deplore the Juggernaut. I am the Juggernaut, bitch. That's actually not in the thing. Anyways, moving on to the next page. You have your orders. We will find her and capture her. No, you idiot. You will find her and kill her.
Looks like they got themselves an RV. I got to leave the tank away from the village. It should also create enough of a diversion for you two to get close enough to do what you need to do. That costume isn't going to protect you from that tank's gun. Don't need to remind me.
If you're hiding the one called Celia, you will pay with your life.
You're looking in the wrong place. Hi, how's it going?
Get us up there. Bring the main guns around.
You guys ready? We're in position. John's got a direct line of sight to drill. Good. I should have everyone's attention in just a couple of seconds.
Fire! Sir?
Probably want to tell them to drop their guns.
Drop your guns! They found her! Come on!
They're distracted. I'm in. Just a few seconds to alter the drill's operations and boom! You meant that really? What? Boom. Claire.
What happened? I don't know, sir. Some kind of overlord. Foreman Illis, the Juggernaut, is returning. What in blazes? There's a note on his chest. What does it say? Illis, you are next. Idle threats, unite them and repair that drill. I'll be in my quarters. Yes, sir.
Get my note?
How did you get in here?
It wasn't that hard.
Just as well. I'll kill myself.
You will you now? I guess I've been too subtle. What part of leave this planet now do you not understand?
I will leave
Oh, you won't. Why not?
because I don't believe you.
Mhm. Why do I not believe you?
Okay. And he's keep on talking for a little bit longer.
Oh no! Oh, no, you're right. You're right. That's his. You are clearly from a planet with a heavier gravity. You also have advanced technology, an invisible ship of kind, and advanced body armor. Oh my god, he's still like being choked and saying this.
I know.
This hurts. All this may impress these primitive Okudum, but not me. You to some civilization, some peace-loving group that doesn't believe in killing. My men have been trying to kill you since the first moment they saw you, yet you've avoided killing any of them. So, despite your threats, you won't kill me.
You can't be sure of that.
I am not. But what I am sure of is if I abandon this operation, my superiors on Na will certainly execute me. So I have no choice. I have to stay. Kill me if you can.
I won't kill you
Oh,
tonight, at least.
I look smarter than I look.
Yes, he looks smarter than he looks.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad we got through that difficult period of my throat.
That's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
That was a miracle.
If we can't convince him to leave without killing him, then we have a problem. Doesn't there is one I can stay. Doesn't leave a lot of options. What? That's insane. Yeah, come on. What are you gonna do? What? What? Be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? Oh! Oh!
Careful. They'll come after you.
I know.
The
I
captain
mean,
was right.
they can definitely reference Spider-Man though.
Yes. The captain was right. I tried to solve this problem, but I just made things worse. Like it or not, when I put on this costume, I made a commitment to these people. I have to help them fight, but you two should go back. Well, I'm not leaving, and we both outrank you, so you can't order us. We still have a few days left before we're AWOL. Maybe we can figure something out. And yep, it's back to Jack's again.
I think I know who she is. Last week I told a local girl to fetch me some water. Another villager interfered. When Zelea accosted me on the Juggernaut, I knew it was her. I don't know who she is, but the girl does. Excellent.
You're looking so much better, Father. I just need a little rest, and he needs to eat. Go get that water so I can prepare supper. Yes, Mother. It is late. I should go. Don't worry. It's safe with Zeandia looking after us. Ooh, ooh.
Zeandra, yeah, not Zelea. My bad.
Tala, you better come take a look. Is that your friend's house? Oh, no.
Where is the girl?
We do not know!
Fine.
Oh my god. I just went to get some water. Aki, I'm sorry.
Take her back to the ship. Why is she set up like the Bark Queen?
I know. I know. Yeah, but look like they got her strung
Sorry,
like a...
sorry. I got muted. This is your savior. She is no hero. She has made your lives worse. She destroyed the drill. So think of her as you all have to dig with your hands. Her death should be something you will celebrate. In a moment, this engine will be turned on and she will be incinerated. The reward for the discord she caused.
I'll take out the guards. You free Tala. You realize we're about to start a war with the Zana. Yeah, I'm usually smarter than this.
Remember the death of Zandria. Remember this moment. Ah!
Oh my god!
I'm having way too much fun. Oh my god, like I got stabbed. Ah!
She is not Ziandia. I am, and we will remember this moment.
Ah! I'm about to fall off a cliff.
Axie,
Oh,
no!
and then I get
Your leaders
oh,
are
my
dead.
head.
Get on your ship and get out, or this fate awaits you.
Damn.
Ooh.
That's dark.
Mhm. Aki, I'm so sorry. You can go. We don't need you anymore. You can't hold yourself responsible. What did we do to that poor girl? If you'd done nothing, who knows how many Akotum would have died. If we didn't do anything, they did it, and she's now the hero. In an old book the captain gave me said there are no heroes in that life. The monsters win. Ooh.
Interesting.
And that is the end of Heroes.
After that is like the character
Yeah,
drawing.
they don't have it in this digital version, but yeah. Yeah, I'll show you.
Yeah, you can show it, yeah.
I'll go myself. Okay. That's the sketches that they did for Yissel, Ed, the woman that was Yissel's mother, Kelly.
It's really cool that they actually added these behind the scenes little.
They don't have these, unfortunately, in the digital version, sadly. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Only my-
And then you get the little sketches of Zandia. And then the one that Jack was voicing.
You know, like I lost track of like who I was voicing, so I ended up like
That's
making
fine. You did a
different.
good job with
Yeah,
that.
I had like 3 different voices for like 3 different people, and I kept mixing them up.
But that's fine. You did a good job with it. Good job, darling.
Thank you.
And these sketches here with
For,
the
for
fight
something
scene.
that I had never like, that was a cold read for me. So yeah, good.
He did a good job with it, folks, didn't he? And like I said, we get the ships here. But yep, that is the digital. That is the end of that one. That is the end of Launch Day and Heroes Parts 1 and 2.
So should we move on? Because like I know, and it's almost 10 o'clock in the East Coast.
Right.
Should we maybe like?
So we will save the other two. I was going to say it was going to be all 6, but yeah, we'll save the other 2 for another night.
Yeah, I agree. If you, I mean, but this gives you time to like talk a little bit about what you. I know what you really want to talk about.
Like everybody, well, you do.
What's the surprise?
So I bought her a special gift.
Yep.
It's
Yes.
it's the original Orville. I think it's the shooting script,
It's a replica of the Orville script of the pilot episode.
and I think it's a shooting version, and it's signed by, you said 19.
Correct.
Yeah, 19
So
people.
the one on the top corner, let me zoom myself in so you guys can see what I can see.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute myself. Let you talk.
That's fine. So this top upper left one is John Favreau, the director of this. The center one is Seth MacFarlane as Ed Mercer. The one over here is Penny Gerald Johnson. Then we over here is Scott Grimes, Adrienne Pilecki. Let's see. Jay Lee's, I believe, is this one. And then we have Mark Jackson, which is this one. No, this one's Jay Lee. Sorry, this one's Jay Lee's. But this one is, I think this was Mark Jackson. I can't remember which one. And then below that, we have, around here we have Peter Macon, Victor Garber, who is Halsey. And then we have Brian George. He is the one that played the scientist, Dr. Aronoff, who is the one with the anti-banana ray kind of thing. Then we have his assistant, Christine Coopery. We have Joel Seatow. He was the cruel captain in that episode, the one that was 2 steps that need to move to the right to be more centered. We also have Norm MacDonald, Yaphet. We have Sean Cook. Of course, it's a Derek. We also have Halston Sage on here. We also have Dylan Keenan. This is this one. Rob Lowe, our Derulio. And we also have Dee Baker. Dee Baker, in case you guys didn't know, is also in American Dad, where he talks for Klaus, the little goldfish. But he's also the plant-like scientist in this episode. So these signatures, they're not actually the signatures, but it's a replica of their signatures.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, that's 19 of them. And there are differences in this script.
There's a lot of differences in that script, actually, from what you told me.
Yes. So one of the first differences that I will tell you guys now that is different big time is that Ed is not Ed Mercer. His name is actually Ed Stevens.
Ed Stevens, not Ed Mercer. So I'm kind of curious about why he chose to change that.
Yeah.
I know one theory I have in my head. Seth MacFarlane is related to the Mercer family. He's got family Mercers that are family members, and so maybe it was a reference to them.
Oh, fair enough.
But yep, Ed Stevens, and they say that he's in his late 30s. Now, I think they changed it a little bit because Ed is actually in his 40s, I believe. So that's the reason why I say they changed that around. And the dialogue is different. One of the dialogue lines is, so he says when he says no, 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 I'm out, basically, he rolls the
Right.
face and says, whoa, 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 whoa. You don't have to say anything. There is no we. I'll be moved out by tomorrow. Have fun banging Papa Smurf. Ooh. So yeah, but they do say about the squeal kind of thing, but yeah. That's different. The marble scene is still in here.
hmm It does make me also wonder, like, how much they changed the other scripts too. But this is the only script that I've seen that's been available.
Correct.
Which
Now
is
they
which-
are. Oh,
why
I
I
see
sent it to you.
consistency too. So Gordon's last name is Stevens as well.
So they were supposed to be related.
I think so.
Interesting.
So yeah. So Ed is Ed Stevens, like I told you guys.
So this is if you think about it, like this is kind of his. This is the closest thing we'll get to his pitch.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
This is about what
To
Seth
to
pitched.
CBS.
Yes, exactly.
And CBS was like, no, but then like they should have, because honestly, if they did, we would have. Oh man, Star Trek would have been so back. But oh well.
Yep. And yeah, he does fight with the orc named Justin in here.
Right.
So that's still the same. And then at the very end, he says, like, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited for you. Do you feel like so blessed? And he's like, oh yeah, I made him super Christian. So he changed Justin around, that orc. And then this one explains about how many ships are in the fleet. There's about 3,000 ships in the fleet. This one explains in here about that. So one of the things that happens is here, Gordon, as we all know, is drinking in the pilot episode. And he's saying it's still like 9 in the morning.
Yeah, he has a beer when in front of Ed, which is weird. Like, why would you do that in front? I mean, like, I know you're casual and stuff because you're friends, but it's a little too casual.
But then he says, but there is some dialogue with it. He says, yeah, I'm having one beer. While you're piloting the shuttle, I'm actually a better driver if I have like a little to drink. I'm actually more careful. I don't want to show up for my first day on the job with a drunk. Like, get rid of it.
You know what it is? I've heard so many people say that. That's what they were going for. I've heard so many people, like, after they're drunk, it's like, actually, like, or high, even high. It's like, actually, I've heard I'm better driver when I'm drunk and high and shit. So like, I'm just it's like, really, no. You're paying more attention to the road because you know you're high. That's why you're a better driver.
Exactly.
Not because you're high, because you are aware of. Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to. Anyways,
no, exactly. Oh, come on, man! It's such a little alcohol. Get rid of it.
Yes.
What are you worried? I'm gonna crash. And then it says, exterior, orbiting dockyard. We see the shuttle continue to glide among the ship, but now it starts to swerve and wobble back and forth aggressively. Uh-oh.
So we didn't really see too much of that. We just saw him brush against the ship, and then he was like, okay, like, I'm done. Yeah.
So we little skip, just a little love tapping.
Yeah, it was a
Oh
little
man,
looked
I
at.
hope we don't crash. Oh man, I didn't realize I was this weighted. This was my first beer ever, and the sensations are all new. I hope we don't crash. Stop it! No,
He's
Gordon,
messing
seriously,
up.
I can't
Around.
do the
Yeah.
hell call. Gordon, stop! I'm going to literally order you to stop.
Yeah.
Another shuttle whizzes by them as they veer a little too close. It blares a horn-like warning.
Whoa, this is what I would think.
It'd be so cool to get Seth to read this aloud.
I know that's what needs to happen so we can actually get his actual vision.
Yes.
This is just us interpreting his original vision.
Oop. Sorry. Okay, I'll stop. So
And
there's
that
still
might
about
not be his yeah, like how many rewrites that might have gone through. There's no telling.
yes. But yep. Let's see.
All up there.
He might have actually like like who know like we never really got details on what he tried to pitch. He
Sure.
could have actually tried to pitch a serious Star Trek show,
Mhm.
and then tried to pitch the same thing with Fox News and Fox News with Fox, and Fox was like, "Oh, but could you make it funny because that's what you're known for?"
Right.
And so he had to make it funny.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Like-
you
like-
know
Family Guy is really popular. Why don't you do Family Guy in space?
exactly. I think that's what the
That's
executives
what a
were
lot of
thinking.
people have thought. Yes.
That's what I thought it was going to be when I initially. That's how it was marketed as.
Correct.
And then when I watched it, it wasn't Family Guy in space. It was, way more deep than what Discovery was offering.
Right.
Yeah. And then, as I say, I always say this: by the third episode, I was convinced. By About a Girl, that's when I did the Jeff Goldblum impression of "You son of a bitch, you did it. You crazy son of a bitch, you did it." You know what I mean? Yeah, like you made a Star Trek episode, like a legitimate Star Trek episode, not necessarily titled Star Trek, but the way it was done, it was exactly like a Star Trek episode should have been done.
Exactly.
And I was not happy with how Discovery was going, and so yeah, I changed my mind. I was like, hey, this Orville thing—that's the new Star Trek for now. And if they get better, maybe the Discovery might, but it didn't. It never did.
Mm-hmm.
It just went worse and worse and worse.
It just got worse and worse, and then like the other,
You thought
Picard,
it hit rock bottom.
yeah,
Exactly.
and yeah, like I'm gonna be honest with the Picard stuff. It's just dragging. It just
It
drags.
is.
You could have had this whole thing done in 5 episodes probably. However
Right.
however this is going with the plot could have been done in 5 episodes. You don't need no 10 episodes. Like,
No.
and I like it sucks that they're like dragging this on so many. I mean, I get it. Like, you have one plot, right? It's gonna take 3 episodes to finish, but you have a contract for 10 episodes. So now you gotta like take that one plot and drag it along, and then like add a bunch of irrelevant shit to it.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's like, you know what you're better off
What
doing,
politics can we talk about? Let's talk about global warming. Let's talk about
right? And then they
Let's talk
add
about the
the
Mexican
global
border system.
warning. They
Let's
talk
talk
about
about-
immigration.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Let's
all
talk
of
about the
that.
police and racism.
They talk about They even talk about Nazis in the Picard. It's just like, oh my god, dude.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there's other differences in here too. Like the Zelayans, they're not spelled with an X.
Right.
Oh,
They were differently spelled.
Yes, they're
I mean,
spelled.
that's a small thing it's minor. I mean, but it is significant in that, like, that is a change.
Yep. And let's see. There's another one that's coming up that I will find for you. Oh, here it is. Lieutenant Commander Borda, ship's armory. You know, I've never met a single gender species. Your entire species is male, isn't it? That is correct, sir. So when you dance, who leads? Ha. We do not dance. You?
Do not dance.
You? Not at all? It is a foolish
I
waste
love
of
this.
stamina. We Moklins are proud warriors. Okay, listen to this and try standing still. So apparently he plays some music in the background. Let's Groove by Earth, Wind, Fire.
He tries to play music by Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's kind of cool. Okay, but like, yeah, I'm assuming either they couldn't get the rights to that song, or it was just like, oh, let's go the inexpensive route and just not.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like, what can I get?
I think there was a money thing for that.
Yes, exactly. With copyrights, yes. Let's see. So yeah, there's a couple other ones. Let's see. Yeah, because instead of saying the Kalon, they call him the Kalion.
The Kalion. Okay, well, I mean, fair. I mean, because there was a Kalon in I think Babylon 5 or something like that.
Correct.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
And yeah. Okay, let's see what else is different that I can tell
They
you.
probably went it through the lawyers, and then the lawyers were like, "Oh no, it's good."
Yep.
Babylon 5 hasn't been relevant for a long time. I don't think Babylon 5 is going to care. They'll be just
Mm-hmm.
happy for the reference.
You know, and here's the funny thing, like, DS9 was kind of stolen from Babylon 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tripped me
Okay.
out when I first learned that.
So he says a couple more things with that whole conversation with Halsey after he finds out that Kelly is his second in command. And he says, look, I know this isn't ideal, but she's the only qualified EXO available, and the staff profile compatibility program indicated it actually a good personnel match. Did it? Really? Well, I have 4 years of marriage that says your computer program is a piece of shit. Oh.
That's hilarious.
It indicated your skill sets compliment. Oh, so it said I'm also good at going down on Jim. He said, Jim.
I love it. I love it.
Ed, you need to calm yourself.
I love
here.
these
Yeah, why they-
changes. Like,
They
I,
can't tell why the tune is not part.
if you
more family friendly, kids may watch.
right, like if you're a fan of Kevin Smith movies, I have a version of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back script that is completely different from what you see on screen.
Mhm.
And one day I don't know, like, it's just one day, like, I'd love to talk about it one day, because I love this idea of, like, like what you write originally, and then, like, how you, like, it's revised and revised until, like, it's able to be done by the studio, and then, like, from there it's revised and revised until, like, it's done realistically. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. I love the process. It's kind of a shit process, because it like destroys the creativity of
Right.
a lot of that stuff, but at the same time it does preserve a lot of that creativity. So it's like, especially like once it makes it on screen, it's like, damn.
Yep. And so when Kelly comes in, he responds to her a little bit differently than what he did on set.
Yes.
So he goes, Hi, I'm sorry. Do I know you? Come on, Ed. You know my name? I'm sorry. You had me at a disadvantage. Look, please don't make this a no game. I swear to God, I literally do not recognize you at all. Oh, wait a second. He hits a button on his desk computer and it snaps a picture of her, which instantly appears on his screen. He picks up a stylus and draws a bunch of blue alien goo on her face.
Oh, damn. Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
Sorry, I didn't recognize you without a blue load on your face.
Ouch.
Ooh, are you all finished? I thought I was, but apparently you're not. Ed, look, I can't say I'm sorry enough time, and I know it doesn't mean a damn thing to you, but I truly am.
Right.
Oh.
And I believe her.
So yeah, they just go on with that whole dialogue for a little while with that between Ed and Kelly.
That's interesting. Actually, I like that. I like that aspect. It's just like it's almost like a deleted scene.
It
Oh,
is.
it literally is a deleted scene. Just it was never filmed, I guess.
Exactly.
I'm glad that this you got an early version that was not exactly what was filmed because,
Exactly.
as I said, it teaches you a lot about how things are made.
Oh, here's another difference too. So when they go to get ready to land on the planet, Gordon says, "Hey, is it cool if we smoke in here while you're gone?" Oh, Gordon! I never would have taken you for the smoker type.
I'm surprised that he let that in the script.
And
But
here's one of
I'm assuming maybe they were gonna lead up to like another story where like Gordon eventually quits.
here's something that comes up with. He says,
Yeah,
"No, the three
because
officers."
well, go ahead.
No, okay. To Bortus, this is John talking. To Bortus, sir, permission to use the view screen to show him the cat video I was talking about earlier.
A cat. Oh, okay.
Permission granted. John hits a few buttons, and the Pinky the Cat videos plays on the screen. Local sheriff on screen. This is Pinky. He's a male cat, domestic short hair. He's available for adoption. He's pet of the week. He's a very loving cat. Angle on John and Gordon. Watch this shit. We hear the sounds of an OS commotion. We cut back and we see the cat is climbing up the sheriff's leg, clamping its claws on its balls. The sheriff screamed. Oh shit! Oh shit! Huh, look at that! He got him! He got him! Oh my god, that is great! That is just so awesome! Oh my god! Still holds up after 400 years. That cat is a warrior.
See, like that's like I think that's really cool because that whole scene sounds hilarious,
Yes.
and I would have so loved to have seen it in filmed, filmed and everything. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But we all know that, like, because obviously there's been revisions, and then they filmed the revisions, and then this script might be like a first copy, like a first draft, maybe. One of the things I really want to find out is if this is like maybe we can like send it to Tom and ask.
Good point.
But I don't. Yeah, I would love to know because it doesn't say.
No, it doesn't.
Otherwise,
It doesn't say which version this is. No.
Yeah, and yeah. Even Kevin Smith was like, "This is the fourth version of the script or whatever," in his thing. So yeah, that's fine. Like I get it. Like they, every studio does it differently. Every director does it differently. So it's what it is.
Yep. And apparently some little differences when they get to this planet surface.
Mm-hmm.
So it says the group enters. It's an impressive high ceiling greenhouse filled with exotic alien looking plants. Ed, wow, if you got it, a plant that sings "Feed Me" in a black voice, you got my
Feed me, Seymour, feed me. I understood that reference.
Yes. Exactly.
They don't go to the size of Godzilla.
Alara examines the bizarre plant with many branches and several buds on each. Suddenly, the buds all open simultaneously, revealing individual wide, curious-looking eyes. Alara jumping back. Ah! Holy shit! Holy shit! Claire to plant. Sorry, she gets nervous meeting new people. Wow.
That's the scientist in the botany, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's D. Bradley Baker. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
She
And
would have
yep.
been closest to the "Feed Me, Seymour" variety because she was plenty.
Yeah, she'd be Audrey food. Only Alara food. But yep, and there's no. So this is where they meet Janice, the intern. There is no reference of we no longer need to fear the banana. Sadly, that is not in here.
Oh.
That sounds like something they might have improv'd on set.
It might have been, but yes.
Yeah.
But there's a little bit more about it. He says, "Oh, so you ruined a banana. I'm glad we came. Aren't you glad? Wait a minute, Ed. What about the Union border war with the Banana Empire? Oh my God! The entire course of the conflict, every banana in the galaxy would capitulate to the Union. With a weapon like this, no banana would dare defy us."
I love that.
That's
I
actually,
love
I'm
that.
gonna be honest. That actually sounds funnier than "We Need Not Fear the Banana" speeches that went back and the one that that's actually funnier than what actually came out.
Right. Oh man, but yes.
Maybe it was a time constraint thing. Maybe it was a bit too wordy or something like that.
But yeah, that
Maybe.
keeps in there with the speech saying "Don't get married" and all that. That stays in there. And then here's the Derek bit. Now this, there's a little bit of Derek that's a little bit more longer in here. So let's see. Oh yeah, and okay, so let's see, where is it? Okay. Okay, so they talk about the pizza party that stays in here, but there's a different reason for it. Yeah, it's for a quinceanera. Yeah, one of the physicists, Dr. Rodrigo, is throwing it for his daughter. Yeah, there's karaoke and everything. Oh, wow, Kelly, not a girl, not yet a woman. What a great choice. Go to it. Well, I would if your name wasn't before mine on the list. Jeremy by Pearl Jam. Dark choice, but good. They look at each other. Derek aiming gun. He's aiming the gun at him now. He says, "Sing!" And then here comes Ed singing. Jeremy spoke in class today. And then here's Gordon, who's watching from the sideline. He goes, "Oh man, this song breaks my freaking heart." Apparently, he sings the whole song.
Oh, so in this, it's like it's the whole. Oh wow.
That
He
means
continues, and then he knocks it to the floor. But yes. And then when she knocks the gun to the floor and everything like that, he says he's surprised by her strength. She goes, "Hi, I'm Alara. This is how we shake hands on my planet." She twists his hands, cracking his bone. He lets out a howl, at which point she hurls him against the wall like a rag doll. Wow.
Wow.
Mm, 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 mm. So, yeah. That continues on. And then poor, I think, is that coming up? Okay, so instead of saying hugging the donkey maneuver, he says to John, "This is something I call the electron maneuver." And then
The
John,
electron maneuver. Ooh, that's
"Do
different.
it, dog."
But it was literally hug the donkey.
Mm-hmm. And then apparently while they were fighting against the crew, and he was hit a trill going past at a dizzying speed on the monitor. Ha! Round and round she goes. The Orville continues its circular maneuver. What's that? What's that buzzing around there? Is that a mosquito? Buzz, 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 buzz. Can't get it, can you? Can't get it. The son of a bit too fast for his buzz. Dude, I spilled a lot of soda here.
Spilled a lot of soda.
Oh, poor Lamar. Lamar spilled a lot of soda. Electron maneuver.
Mhm.
But yeah, electron, instead of saying yeah, hug of the donkey. And then he says, "When I go back to the ship," then Ed pops up. "Damn it. Okay, Bosley, angels, let's go." Oh, Charlie's Angel reference.
Interesting.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay. And then, yeah, he has the thing with the whole give device thing telling me that. Oh, yeah. Here it is. He says, "Give me the device and perhaps I will not." Okay, hang on. Just give me a second. Ed looks down on the floor for a beat. All right, you win. Here it is. He hurls Gordon's beer bottle from earlier at the krill. It shatters in his face as he screams. Alara jumps on him and plummels him into unconsciousness. God,
Hmm.
they are fighting. This shuttle smells like a dorm room.
Oh wow. Okay. So there was a physical fight in the
Yes.
in this original one instead of them like growing the old pine tree or whatever the fuck.
Right,
Yeah.
but that's coming. But they did with the seatbelt. You know, he says we have one thing better than seatbelts, and the guy almost blows.
Ah. Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
He throws the beer bottle at him. Wow. But yeah, that thing says we have something better. No, that's not in here. But yeah, and then he tells him about the krill. Borders tells him, he says both quantum engines are gone, Captain. I have failed you. I wouldn't have done any better. That ship is armed to the teeth. Isaac, can you get the krill commander on screen? Captain, he's already signaled. Put him on. You know, it's funny. I was just about to call you. Give me the
There
device
you
to
are.
destroy your ship. Well, you've done a pretty good job of that already, haven't you? You've only you've only had a small taste. I am capable of causing you great pain. Sorry, can you do me a favor? Can you move like 2 steps to your right? What? Just like a little bit that way? It's just like there's a lot of dead space. Thanks. Sorry, you were just really weirdly framed. It was all I could focus on. Anyway, what did you want? I am losing patience. You know what I want. Well, that's going to cost you at least a dinner, mister. You wish to play a games, do you? That's actually a great idea. How about instead of deciding this by whoever ship is more powerful, how about you come over here for Pictionary and whoever wins gets to keep the device?
Okay. Like I see what they're going for. Yeah. Yeah. What John, what are your thoughts about some of this? Like I know you're listening, you're absorbing this, but like I want to know like I know this is the first time you've heard all of this.
Some of it is really good. Like some of it, it's interesting to see how different it is and how it would have played on the big screen. Some of it, I think, maybe a little too adult and maybe too straightforward, and so I can see why
Yes.
they toned it
Yeah,
down for the
of
main
course.
screen. But some of it's actually funnier than what we got, like you said.
Yep.
I
It's
agree.
hilarious. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, did they change it on his own accord, or did they have to go along with, guidelines the Fox gave them,
Mhm. That's true.
like say, no, you can't have that joke, no, you can't say that, no, you can't do that.
I'm pretty sure there was a lot of rules
Oh
to
yeah.
writing the script. Yeah, before it was approved.
Mm-hmm. So the
They
krill
had
captain.
to at least follow the very
Yes.
very limited can. It's only it's only two seasons of canon. Like it's not that hard to follow.
Exactly. What is Pictionary? Okay, well, at first I was afraid of you. Now I just feel really sorry for you. A plasma blast rocks out of the ship. The power goes out. Emergency power! Emergency power kicks on. The krill captain reappears on the screen. I will make it simple for you, human. You have 60 seconds to give me the device, or I will destroy your vessel. Okay, hang on 1 second. The krill captain vanishes from the screen for a moment. I'm out of ideas. Pictionary was my ace in the hole. Wow. I have an idea. What is it? Let's give him the device. What? What are you nuts? We can't do that. You're be giving the most powerful weapon around to the most biggest dicks in the galaxy. Exactly.
Right, and we know like what they're gonna
So,
do.
yeah.
Yep. Yep. But yeah. And then he talked about what they can do with the device. And then, yeah, with the little redwoods thing. And then, yeah, yeah, just she takes a tube of something, puts it on the tip of the device's muzzle. Just old fashioned glue, huh? This is my favorite part of being a fleet officer, the arts and crafts.
Uh, does, does he still do the Arbor Day line?
He does. He does.
You do? Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, that's coming. So yeah, that's coming is still in here. He says. So yeah, he still gives them the code and everything like that. So yeah. So let's see. Let me get to that.
Okay, I'll be back, but
Mhm.
keep going.
Yeah, let me see if I can find out where's next. Yeah, he says, yeah, happy Arbor. Let's see, what is it? Oh, here it is. John pops up. John will pop up and he'll say, "Bye, Felicia." Oh, that's funny. That is funny. So it said, that is funny. But yeah, he reads them out the code and everything. Like I said, he says, yeah, happy Arbor Day. And then that's what I said. John pops up and goes like, yes. He goes, bye, Felicia. And then Gordon pops up. Wait, what's Arbor Day? Ed, it's a holiday where you plant trees. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, I didn't get that either. Otherwise, I would have gotten it. You knew what Arbor Day is, right? I actually had to think. I said, so, yeah, that stays the same. Okay. And then she recommends somebody else instead to take her place. And she says, so Lieutenant Commander Murphy from the U.S. Canute just got promoted. He's eligible for a first officer position. He's also a friend of mine. So I told him he could take this posting. He's a great guy. You'll love him. And I'll be out of your hair by the end of the day. Okay. She stands up there for a beat, then turns to leave. Wait. I never really did thank you for what you did. You saved this ship. It's like a total whacked out way, but you saved us all. So yeah, he thanks her for all that, and then she doesn't. And then, but he says it all in one voice. I want you to stay. What? I was just saying. I want you to stay. I don't. I want you to stay. Will you stay? Is that really what you want? I owe you my life, and so does this entire ship. If that doesn't grounds for forgiveness, I don't know what is. And everything else aside, you were always my best friend. I'd like still for us to be friends very much. And then that's when he shakes her hand like he did before. Welcome to the Orville, Commander Grayson. And yeah, Halsey shows up again.
It's almost like a parallel universe, you know. It's like, you know, they happen so similar, but you know, there's these distinct differences.
Yes. So yeah, this happens 3 weeks later. So 3 weeks later. So Halsey shows up on the screen again. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you, Jack, when you were gone, that so when he says you happy Arbor Day, John pops up and says, bye, Felicia. That's one of the things he says to him.
Man,
Yes. Bye, Felicia. But yeah, now skip to 3 weeks later, after the whole spiel when he says it, welcome to the Orville. Halsey, Orville, you are cleared for departure. Admiral, thanks for the personal send-off. I just wanted to make sure all the repairs were up to snuff. Everything's ship shape. Ask him about the dog hair. Oh yeah, there's a lot of dog hair at the quantum drive buffer and con. So maybe just tell the repair crews, like, don't bring your dog to work. I'll pass that on. Well, good luck on your star charted mission. You'll be entering a relatively unexplored region, so this assignment should be a little more interesting. We'll do our best, sir. A beep. So what else is going on? Not much. What's going on with you? I only have one more meeting before the end of the day, and it's like an hour. You want to stay on the screen? Yeah. I mean, if that's okay. Yeah, I mean, sure. I'm being tested for a wheat allergy on Tuesday. So, pasta may be out completely. Sir, we're losing you. Gordon, how fast can you get us out of here? Quantum drive at full power. Go fast. Go really fast. Yeah. Aye, sir.
Okay, fast is like warp power. Well, quantum. Yeah.
But yep, that's where it ends.
activate ludicrous speed.
But yeah, the dog hair is because somebody was cleaning up the ship and they got it stuck in the.
I mean, like it feels a lot like TNG.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels a lot like TNG. I think that's what they were going for. and damn, like did they like hit that mark? Like X
Yes.
marks the spot, and they hit that X like bam.
Hmm. Yep.
Anyways,
But yeah, like I said, that's my little goodies, and I got these little goodies here too. But these are a little different. These are little ID badges, so I will zoom in so you guys can see these.
this is what I got her.
Kelly.
Wow.
So it says Kelly Grayson, position first officer, rank commander, species human. That is Kelly's. That is Bordis's. Second officer, Lieutenant Mocklin. That is Jay Lee's or Lamar's. Chief engineer, Lieutenant Human. This was obviously before he started working off the bridge.
Into engineering.
Correct. Here is Isaac, our favorite Kalon. Chief science officer, no rank, and he's considered a Kalon.
The only Kalon we like for now because he had the relationship with Claire.
Yes. Here is Ed's. Commanding officer, captain, species human.
Right, Captain.
Gordon's. And yeah, he's considered the helmsman. He's a lieutenant and species human, obviously. Claire's. Chief medical officer, rank lieutenant, species human. And last but not least is Alara Katan.
Oh.
She's the chief security officer, lieutenant, and Zelayan.
Mm-hmm.
But yep.
So yeah, that's obviously from the first season. But I as a gift, I wanted to send her the all of those.
It was good to see her back again in that last episode.
Oh yes, it was very good to see her in that the
Me
road
too.
not taken.
Yeah, I
Yes.
agree. Yeah, and even if it was a different type of Alara from a different timeline, it was still nice to know that the actress got work.
Yes. But yeah, we'll save the last two comics for future time, folks. I know I said 6, but yeah, we'll save the other 2 for another night.
At least we got through one book.
Yes, we got through the Heroes and Launch Day.
Yeah.
So
I
thank
mean,
you.
like, I always I count those things as like a separate Orville unofficial separate Orville episode.
Yes.
But I had fun being the
Yes.
Krill.
Yes, you did a wonderful job, my darling. Thank you.
And we didn't even plan that. It was just one of those things that I just decided I'm going to do the Krill. So like I know we didn't plan it. So
Hey, you can be my co-host anytime for that kind of thing. So thank you.
but I think we worked off well. I mean, like, would you agree, John? We worked well off. Okay. I know. Like at first, I know. Like the first comic, where like we were kind of like we had to like what do you call it?
Get our stride, get our rhythm.
Yeah, get the rhythm going, and then once we did, like it worked.
Yes. But the next two we'll figure out how to do together. We'll talk it over. Me and Jack will talk.
Like yeah, and I totally like. I made like 3 voices for the 3 different Krill, and I couldn't even like get them. I mixed them up. I mixed all the voices up. I know I did.
That's fine. I got my
and the other species as well. I mixed those up too.
Yeah, the little goblins. Little
Yeah.
space goblins.
But it was fun doing. You know, like I always wanted to be like a voice actor. When I was a kid, like
Robin Williams, I do voices.
when I was
yes,
a kid.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Yes, I love that. that
Exactly, and exactly, and when I was a kid, and I was doing voices for or when I was watching stuff like this, He-Man,
The good He-Man.
and by the way, I just bought this background too. So this is an animation cell of Orko,
Oh.
and then this is a background I just bought,
It goes well
If you, I
together.
mean, like if you were here like in the same room with me, you can see like it's actually the cell is actually floating in its own environment.
That's the thing. It's like a 3D effect.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it does. It gives it that because because I'm trying to preserve the cell,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
an old cell, and so I'm trying to preserve it as best as I can.
yeah.
And so I put these mats, and if you can, I mean, like if you really like, I'm gonna try and zoom in. You can see two layers of mats.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and those two layers of mats hold this cell uh, in animation. You know what I mean?
It's in sticky
No no pun intended, by the way. But yeah, it's very hard to like. Maybe actually, if I just move this around. So okay, one of the things I've always wanted to show you is okay. You see the foreground, you see the background. The foreground is the cell. The background is like a very low resolution of Castle Grayskull's background.
Yeah. That's
Now,
like because I go far too much beef. It kind of reminded me of Jar Jar Binks. You know, everyone hated them, but I never understood why. I love them.
I agree. I I get why people were annoyed at Jar Jar Binks's character, but honestly, Jar Jar Binks, he was a good character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, moving, but you can see like if I move the light differently, like you can see where like the shadow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to do it as it's hard to do it because
Yeah, I can. Yeah, yeah.
and
You can see
I can
the
do it from
reflections
above,
and
and you can see the
yeah, the light effects. Yeah, coming from the side behind Orko. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm yeah. That's my whole idea about that. I'm not. It's very hard to yeah. Um. So I have always wanted to have an animation cell, like animation cells of like classic cartoon. I had seen not working with, but like going to Comic Con and seeing some of like what they put out downtown. They put out all these like at one of these stores. They put out all these animation cells and comic book, um, um, the actual comic book drawings. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As well. So it was all legit. Like the stuff that was, but it was like Tex Avery stuff, which is like, and then old Disney stuff, which is like very vintage. And so like if you were gonna like buy it, you're gonna pay over $1,000 for one of these cells. Imagine. I mean, imagine Orko. I paid $50 for Orko.
Wow.
Imagine paying $1,500 for Orko. That's going to happen someday because
That's
be,
insane.
yeah, because he's going to get very rare and good quality like this,
Oh yeah.
one,
Yeah.
is gonna become more and more rare. And when does, yeah, there will be yeah. I have this idea of how, I mean, like, I'm not just buying it because I physically want it. I'm pretty sure that like if shit goes downhill and I need to sell stuff,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna make some good money.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's raining for money.
Yeah, yeah. But if that's not the case, I'm gonna keep this specific Orko drawing until I die.
Mm-hmm.
That one and the drawing itself, the one it was made from. Yeah. Everything else, I think, is like kind of like I'll be open to sell
Yes.
eventually once I'm yeah.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can make a lot of money off of these. You do get people that are willing to pay out the. It's crazy, People will pay the wazoo for stuff like that because they collect items and you don't make stuff like that anymore. Everything's all CGI now and computer
No,
generated.
And nowadays, when you want to make a cartoon, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
yes, digital
it's not
painting and all that. Yes.
it's not done with the cell. It's not done like making cells anymore. It's done on
No.
computers, and you know what? That is fair. That is the evolution of film. You know what I mean? I get it. Like I'm not. It doesn't upset me.
Talking of that, I like the personal touch.
It is very sad
It was
because then in the future, like all cartoons, there's not gonna you're not gonna get a you're never ever gonna get what I got
Right.
when it
yeah.
comes to a completely CG animated cartoon,
No.
and that's going to be very sad. And I think eventually that's what's going to bring the price of these things up. You know, I have two orcos. Not very. One's actually a little distorted, and I watched a few videos about how to like keep those type of things preserved and stuff like that. The ones that are like damaged already, and it was like, oh, okay, okay. Like I just, for the most part, I just basically got to keep the thing. Oh, the only difference is like there's one mat between like the uh, the cell in the background. I'm gonna put two mats.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna put two mats. That's basically the difference. And so like that doesn't guarantee that it's gonna be um completely separate from the glass and the background and everything. But the idea is as long as they're separate. The reason why I've done it this way, the way to keep the cell separate from the background, is because that's how you preserve the cell. The
Hmm.
cell is not touching the glass.
Yeah, so there's
The,
no
the, the glass, if it was, it
you get
eventually
condensation and which
the Xerox part would stick to the glass, and
Right.
it's not sticking to the background because if it was, the paint would stick to the glass. They Xerox it from the front and then paint it from the back, if you know what I mean.
oh
But like now, and they didn't care back then because they were just trying to like
Hmm.
store everything that they had
yeah
done. But now it's given to collectors. I'm doing my best to like keep it separate so that um it stays preserved for the longest time.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I like the Ren one, Ren and Stimpy.
Oh,
I
oh
love
no,
that
yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah, that was cool.
Same with me. I'm so happy. I'm so
Yes.
happy that I have this. I have to find the episode.
Mm,
I need to find the episode. I will eventually. I will eventually figure out where this frame comes from. But Jesus, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna show you. The, so
what
that's the
what
frame.
what you don't get any fingerprints on it, that would reduce the value.
I will wipe off. I will wipe this before I frame it. Don't go. Don't worry. But this is the cell.
Yeah, so
It's
cool.
very
That's so cool.
well preserved, and you can see the. This is the back. This is where they paint it.
I
I
love
see
I
that,
love when
yeah.
stuff
So
is
the
so
details on the front and the paintings on the that's really cool.
it
I know,
is. It's,
and this is what they use for like the actual stuff, and then
hmm
like this is the background. It's just a simple.
But it's so cool.
Oh,
It really
that's neat.
And
So
here's
you
the
just
thing.
change the background and use the same caricature and then make wee
Yeah,
changes.
and here you can see like they have the numbers,
I wonder,
and you can see like you can line this up with Um,
Yes.
yeah, you can line it up, and
What's the numbers represent? Is that like the frame
I think it's an
number?
episode. It might be the episode. The RS might be Ren and Stimpy
so there
435. So maybe it's,
there's an there's a PT here or an RT. I don't exactly know what that stands for,
hmm.
but it's in the cell as you can see because it's on my
Yeah, yeah.
forehead.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
other one says BG111. So that's obviously background 1111.
yeah, agreed. So I agree that that's background 111. I still need to know what RS
Maybe
four
Ren and
three
maybe
five
Ren and
Well,
means.
Stimpy.
RS is Ren Stimpy, but RT, oh, I don't know.
But anyway,
Maybe
I'm gonna put this back. As I said, I'm gonna wash this off. Like I just wanted to like show you the
no, that's fine, darling. But the RT might be. Oh, I had hello just came to me. Maybe Ren because it's the Ren character.
it might be that. Yeah, I think for me, RS stands for Ren Stimpy,
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
for the
definitely.
series.
but you could be right. Yeah,
The RT could be just for the Ren by him separately from the rest. I don't know.
yeah. So, um, ultimately, I'm trying my best not to like. As I said, that's the first time I've touched it. That's the first time I touched it. So, but otherwise, like I'm going to like give it a good wipe and make sure it's
Of course.
framed by tomorrow. It's going to be just as well framed as have framed this, where
Yeah,
both layers
Mhm.
are separated.
Yes.
Um,
that's
yeah,
what looks really good.
and that's what I'm going to do. uh,
Nice.
Nice.
It'll be nice to see once it's all done.
It will.
yeah, it will be done tomorrow.
Mhm. Now you just need a Stimpy to go.
I wish I got the stimp. Like if I find one with a stimpy and it's affordable, like affordable as in like not over $500. So like, oh my god, there was so many where it's like, oh, like this is great, but it's like $600. No, I'm not gonna pay. This is
No,
$500. This is like $300. No, but this one was 100.
that's decently priced considering you said it came from the UK. So yeah.
It was actually less than 100, but then when you add on the shipping, because
Right.
it came from
Yeah,
the UK, yeah,
that's
more
where
than
it
100.
goes. It's the same with me. If I ever try to order anything from America, it costs me a bomb.
Oh yes, that's the
The
Yeah,
bank
trouble.
breaks it for that one. I mean,
exactly. Yeah, so I just I love the idea of I love this idea that I can actually just like have a couple pieces of my childhood. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
Yes, exactly.
And just not only have them but preserve them for like the future
Mm-hmm.
in a
Exactly.
very I mean like in my opinion easily affordable way.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I'm obviously buying another frame. I'm buying another um mat for this. But of course I will buy the extra I already have an extra frame and one mat. I need to buy one extra mat for that specific Orco that is warped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the idea of hopefully it's not going to be touching anything.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, and if it does, well, shit. Like, there's not much I can do about that. Like,
Sure.
yeah, I paid the amount I paid for it compared to the amount I paid for the Oracle that you see like here. Um,
Mm.
I
But
I I paid $9
with these things, do you have to be
plus
careful where you hang them up with that? Like, do you have to keep them away from certain types of light or certain heat? Or,
exactly. And
Yes.
and for now I'm
Yes.
not. Yeah, for now I'm not framing them because I'm honestly planning on moving. Like I need to find a way to get to her.
Yeah,
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 yeah. I'm looking for some job opportunities so that when I get there, I'm not going there all broke and jobless. Um, and then like when I move in, like when I move into whatever I move in, like bring in bring in my you know my
Yes,
extra stuff.
those in the hallway
This
areas.
this is the as I said, this is the Orco with the background that I printed. I had this
E-
background printed.
even though the background isn't the official, it really goes well with it.
The reason why is because it's actually like from the artwork. But
Oh,
here's the thing. I had to go through Shutterfly to get like this type of, and I knew that like if I like okay, Castle Gray. I told her this Castle Grayskull would be like right here in this
uh,
picture. But the reason why I didn't add Castle Grayskull because I was like afraid because Shutterfly, if it's copyrighted, they're not gonna
Yeah,
like censor your shit. And so I got very like like I just did this part here, which looks like a random background.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and if you even like if you look closer, like it's hard to look. It's hard to tell by here, but if you look, like you can tell like the quality is a, a little pixely.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a little pixely, and then compare that. But when you compare it to like the actual cell, it's like like that's the difference. And then of course, like depending on the lighting, you can actually see like where the shadow lands on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cell on the cell. And it's really cool to watch. And
yes.
I'm gonna give this I have one more thing to do. I need to put the caption of when this cell is takes place and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. The episode title and all that.
Yeah, I got to do that, and I got to go up to my like apartment computer room and print it out, and then I'm just gonna like get everything like open everything up one more time because I've opened this thing like multiple times, but like for the last time, to put it in, but also give like the glass a good wash.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, on both sides, make sure there's no like
Mhm.
any yeah, because I like every time like I look back, like I see little specks of dust, and I'm like, no, I don't want the dust. But like
Like, no,
inevitably, I'm gonna have to accept the dust. I say, but it's still like it's as
tiny
like once I
trivial things.
yeah, it's very trivial. Um, I think this is gonna be able to sell one day for like over $1,000.
Oh,
Yes,
hopefully, yeah.
Just this frame. Now,
definitely.
and as I said, when I first got this, it wasn't framed. I framed this. I
He did. He did a good
framed
job
it.
with it too. He did an
Yeah,
awesome job.
that's good.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do the same thing with Ren.
That's gonna look awesome too. I can only.
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna end up just watching the episode, a bunch of episodes until I figure out where this comes from, and then maybe like figuring out like what the 435 means from there, or the PT, or yeah the extra stuff.
Yes, we'll figure it
Maybe,
out.
maybe it's like how far into the episode it is. Like
Hey,
four,
that's what I'm thinking too.
4 minutes, 35 seconds. Or something like
That's
I
a
love I love how he's cleaning the dish, and it looks like he's using like a piece of like gum,
that.
gum to clean the dish. Like how
Gum
Rin
soap.
Sippy is. Yeah, how
that,
Rin Sippy
that,
is. That would be
that,
so.
that's the thing about Ren Stimpy. It was never about the quality of the artwork. It was more about the comments.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
They were hilarious. Yes.
And just to know that I have one frame of that.
Yes.
One
Yeah.
of my favorite cartoons on Nickelodeon. It was definitely my favorite of the Nicktoons, of the three Nicktoons. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And to know that I have a frame of that.
Yes.
Jeez.
But yeah, we
I,
hope you
Never
enjoyed
I
this.
never thought I would.
I used to have a Men's Limpy VHS, and I would watch it over and over and over. And I can't
Mhm.
remember what the episode was. I remember little details of it.
Like I got a little Ren right here, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
And we have little Stimpies. He has a Stimpy. I have a
I
Stimpy.
I have a Stimpy too, but like, comparing my Ren to
That's so cute.
yeah.
oh. Ren and Stimpy was like the LA cow and chicken.
Yes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy these Orville bits, the comics, the episodes, the little script,
The nostalgia, the artwork.
the
I
artwork.
know.
Yes, that was cool. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been a fun night, guys. We're gonna wrap up.
Have a good night, everybody.
See you guys.
Bye, Chips.
See everybody. You guys be good. Hope you guys enjoyed the Orville because yeah, Orville's coming back on June 2nd. Oh, and if you guys can do me a favor, if you're an Orville fan, send me a 30-second audio clip about why you love the Orville and why you recommend it, please, because I'm trying to do it for a future podcast. So please, if you guys can do that for me, I would appreciate that. Jack and I and John will see you guys another time, and Chips will too. Good night, everybody.
Night,
Hi,
night.
everyone.